Welcome to Short Film Universe, the show that celebrates the art of short filmmaking. Join us as we take you on a journey through the exciting world of independent film. In each episode, I'll be interviewing some of the most innovative directors, producers, and filmmakers in the business, getting their insight and perspective on the craft of short filmmaking. We'll look at drama, comedy, documentaries, even mockumentaries, and all the genres that make up this exciting industry. So sit back, relax, and get ready to be entertained. This is Ina Morgan inviting you to join us at Short Film Universe.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Short Film Universe. Thank you so much for tuning in every week. We appreciate you all so very much, and we are so excited to have you all back with us. I am your host, Simone, of course, and today, you guys, we have our lovely in-studio guest. We have Miss Mercury's Rising.
Hi there.
And we also have a guest from Nashville. Please welcome Antoine Willis. Know that we take pride here at Short Film Universe with showcasing our independent filmmakers, not just in Atlanta, but all around the world. And we believe in collaboration and that everybody should start to work together and to bridge the gap, basically. So let's get right into it with Miss Mercury's Rising.
All right.
How you feeling today?
Oh, amazing.
Okay.
It's my new word for
You
rest
got
of
the
year.
yellow, so you're looking nice and bright and fresh today.
Yes, thank you. That's
Yeah.
how I feel today.
Oh, that's always good. So tell us, like, how did you get into the film industry? How long has it been since you've been in the industry? Like, what was your motivation and things like that?
Well, I think all of it probably just happened accidentally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because believe me, being in film was not on my
Really?
bucket list
What
at
were
all.
you doing before, or what was your passion?
So actually, well, I worked in the nursing and health field, so I'm a nurse for
Okay.
over 30 years, probably
Wow.
longer than you've been alive. But so, my interest has always been in the helping field, but my hobby has always been writing. So that's how I
Okay.
get away. I sit down and I write a story,
Yeah.
and then so I've been writing since I was in elementary school. And I think my first poem was published when I was 10. My English teacher
Really?
published it for me when I was 10. So that's
Right.
fifth grade 10. And she told me to keep writing, and that's what I did. I could take a spoon, and man, could I write a story about that spoon.
I love to hear that.
Yeah, I'm very descriptive when I write. Yeah, so
I can kind of relate to that because I've always had a passion for writing as well. It's just, I guess it's like therapeutic almost, but it's like you just come up with these things in your head, and it's like I literally have dreams, and I write a whole film in my dream, and I wake up and I'm like, what was that about again? Okay.
So I like to put myself in the story. So whatever I'm writing, I'm living it. And so when
Wow.
I'm writing my story about me, I relive it as I'm writing, and then it gets overwhelming. Then I'll put it down. Then I have to take a break from it, and I'll come back to it. And so that's why
wow.
it takes me years to finish it.
Yeah. And that means that just shows that you really take your writing seriously. Because nowadays, some writers don't really take that long anymore to write because they're rushing through it. They're trying to hurry up and get through it. But you actually will take years to finish something. That's how you know it's
No.
going to be good.
It's like some good soup.
It's some good tea.
Yeah.
Okay, and then your film is called Men in My Bed.
Right.
How did you come about this story? Like, what was the inspiration for it?
So I'll say in the last 10 years, I had 3 relationships.
Okay.
So, 3 relationships, I'm trying to get it right. So, I think one was a husband that became an ex husband. One was a boyfriend that I met while I was married. And then one was, I guess you can say, a rebound boyfriend because it was after the boyfriend and after the husband that this guy came into play.
Okay.
And I really just wanted to, like, when I wrote it, I wanted to just tell them off and be dirty, nasty, and just kill them.
Yeah.
And I did do that, but
You
then
did?
I
You
went back. I
changed it?
changed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would have been good.
Oh,
too,
that girl,
but
because I
You
ooh,
still got
I,
it?
Girl, yes, I dog Jimmy out. I dog Jimmy out. I talked about
Ooh.
Jimmy bad, bad.
Okay.
But then I changed it. So,
You had to change your heart.
yeah. He
Well,
started being nice, so then I changed it.
It's never too late
Yeah.
to change the names and kind of
Yeah.
change up the characters a little bit, but still come out with that story.
But the sequel to the book is it's not going to be that nice
Ooh.
because it starts off with Jimmy. So, yeah.
Oh, Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
Whew,
Yep.
that sounds good. I would actually love to
Uh-huh.
watch it. So we're gonna come back to you. Let's go to Mr. Antoine. Mr. Antoine, how are you feeling right now? How is Nashville?
Nashville's cool. We're going through our little bipolar weather right now, where it's hot and hot and cold and stuff. So we're going through that little weather a little bit.
Okay. And then what have you been working on? Like, how's everything going?
Everything's going good. I'm working on a feature film right now that I'm planning. Well, I am going to shoot in next year around the summer. So, but yeah, that's kind of where I'm working on, and then also trying to get my latest project out right now, which will be coming out at the end of the year too. So I can't wait till everybody see that.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about you. Like, how did you start in the film industry? What was your inspiration, and have you always had a passion for working in film?
So I started 3 years ago. So I used to act, and around the time we had COVID and stuff, I used to do like a lot of auditions. And when you're an actor, you have to have a demo reel, so casting directors and producers can see your work. So I reached out to somebody, and I was like, hey, I was like, well, I can't, because I had footage, but I didn't have footage to show, because it's either like we didn't get done with it or something else happened. So I reached out to good friends to me saying, hey, like, I'm thinking about doing this film. I want to create this film. Can you mind writing it? And this was like before I was writing it and everything. And I asked him to direct it for me as well too.
Mhm.
So he started writing. I told him, hey, I want 5 kids, campsite, this the characters, and I want this race or black or whatever and stuff, because I wanted to mix up the nationalities as well too.
Mhm.
So he gave me the script, and then we just started filming, and I just fall in love. We have like a major setback due to budget, because doing filmmaking, I did not know you had to really kind of have a budget
Oh
for it.
yes.
Yeah, so when he asked, he said, "Do you got a budget?" I'm like, budget? What do you mean?"
Yeah.
So I had to go back to the drawing board, and then it just really happened naturally for me. I just really fall in love with like storytelling and putting together like scripts and stories as well too. And I used to work at the front desk at the hotel, so I used to be writing like TV shows and stuff.
Mhm.
And yeah, so, and I don't know, it's just really happened for me like naturally, and I've been loving it ever since. So
Right.
yeah, it's
Definitely.
been fun.
Definitely. That sounds amazing. So we're gonna come back to you, Antoine. We're gonna jump back to Miss Mercury's Rising. I wanted to ask you, what does your name mean? What does Mercury's Rising mean?
Well, so it's interesting how I came up with it. So I'm a Gemini, and Gemini is basically ruled by Mercury.
Mercury.
So, and Mercury there's a Mercury retrograde like every 6 months, which means things change. And so when in that change, what I got last 6 months, there's a possibility that will change and I don't have it anymore. So that I look at as my changes are always, there's always a rising, never going down. There's always a rising. So I say I like Mercury's because of the change, and I like rising because the thermostat is always going up, and the book is hot.
I love it. I love that name, and I love anything that has like a meaning to it. You know what I mean? So, Men in My Bed is your short film. That's your baby. Is that your first film?
First film.
Okay. Yep. First film, and I know it's not the last.
No, it's
your
not.
First though, so that's your real baby.
That's the real baby.
Let's talk about how long it took you to film Men in My Bed. Did you have a budget? Did you have to pay your actors and actresses? How did that go?
Okay. How long did it take to film it? I think it may have taken us about a year.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we had a couple of different locations, and I think maybe 3 or 4 locations in Atlanta, and 1 location in South Carolina.
Okay.
Because South Carolina is where the event actually took place. That when Sasha was 10.
Okay.
So we actually filmed it in front of the house that it took place in.
So you did actually go to South Carolina. Oh,
Yep.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It's amazing that the house was still there. So, but the people that were living there, they don't live there anymore. It's grandkids that live there now.
Okay, and then you all you talked to them.
Yeah, so I went and I talked to the young lady. She was probably in her 20s or 30s, and I asked her. I said, "Well, actually, we are cousins. So would you mind if we just film in front of the house?" And I told her why, and she said, "Yeah, sure." So she stood outside, and we just filmed but it's really spooky looking because you have all these oak trees with moss and hanging down, and there's a dirt road.
Oh,
yeah.
That definitely sounds creepy.
Yeah, it is creepy.
Like a horror or thriller movie
it could.
or something.
It fits the scene.
Okay. Did you have a budget for this film?
Well, I would say I had a budget.
You had to spend how much money did you have to spend to make this film?
I think I know I spent over $20,000 to make it.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Did you submit the film to any festivals?
That's going on now.
Really?
So I think he did get Best Director for 1, and then he got like 2 or 3 selected, but they haven't been chosen yet.
Oh, that's really amazing. Okay, so what we're gonna do is just show a clip from your film. It's not the full length film because the full film is about almost 30 minutes, correct? So we're gonna show a clip of the film, and you guys check out Men in My Bed.
It's okay to spend some time alone and come to terms with who you really are, and then move through this life from that truth.
I told myself I don't have to put up with none of this. And that's when I knew that it was time to go. I was gonna end up catching a charge behind his crap.
She get it from her mama. And I got it from my mama, who got it from hers. I know you see it. The pattern. Let me know when you see it. Okay, I bet if you look a little closer in your family, you're gonna see something too. Don't be surprised by what you see. You're so much like my mama.
Grandma Betty, I always thought she was kind of laid back.
By the time you came along, she mellowed out quite a bit. But when she was younger, she was a part of this gang called the Brooklyn Knights with my daddy. Daddy was the leader of the group, so of course that made Mama the queen bee. But anytime you have something good, other people want what you have. So there were a lot of other women sniffing around, wanting to take her place. But she wasn't having it. And when I say she wasn't having it, I mean she would cut you in a minute. She told me about this incident that happened when she was pregnant with me. She used to get these cravings for different things, especially ice cream. So she asked my daddy to go and get her some. So he got cleaned up and headed out the door. When he stepped out, he was something to see. Tall, good looking. He was real good with the women. A little bit too good at times. He was notorious for saying things like he was going to be right back and then be gone all day. So after a while, Mama decided to go get her ice cream herself. When she opened the door, there he was, talking to some woman that lived across the street. She didn't say nothing. She went straight to the kitchen and got a knife. Walked out the door, then stabbed him in his back. And she was about to stab that woman too if my daddy didn't stop her.
What? Oh, man. Grandma Betty? See, that's what I'm talking about.
It's funny, but it's not funny. Daddy seemed to always get her in these complicated situations. And after a while, Mom got tired of his wandering ways and moved on. It wasn't too long after that she sent me and my sister down south to go live with great-grandmother Locke. I think I was about 7. And that was the last time that I saw my father.
One time, 2 times, yeah. I feel like Cinderella lost a glass slipper. Cause I daydream she pulling on my zipper.
Not having a dad around, it made a difference in my life. I spent a lot of time when I got older looking for him. Yeah. Waking up early in the morning, going downstairs, sitting at the table searching the internet, making phone calls, reaching out to anybody that might know where he was. But I never found him. Yep.
Ma, you okay?
Yeah, baby. I'm okay. I'm just remembering something, that's all. Tima, now that you have this baby, it's not about you anymore. You and Des, y'all gonna have to think about what's best for the baby down the road. When was the last time you spoke to your father?
He called a few days ago. We talk all the time.
That's good. Real good. A lot of stuff got in between your father and I. But that was our issue. We did our best to keep you out of it. Next time you go and see him, why don't you take Des with you?
I don't know, Ma.
It could do him some good, being around your father. sometimes it's hard to see what we don't want to see. In time, you both will see things differently. So what I'm asking you to do now is gonna make sense later. And like I said before, it's not about you or this. You see what I'm saying?
Welcome back, everybody. That was a clip of Men in My Bed by Miss Mercury's Rising. Now, I hope you all enjoyed that as much as I did, because it is an amazing film, and I can't wait to watch the entire thing. But just from that clip, you guys should definitely check that out. So, were you satisfied with the ending products, and did you want to make any changes, or were you like, this is perfect?
No, it's perfect. As long as what I'm watching gives me a feeling. So if I get a feeling from it, inner feeling from it, that I know it's good. So it's like a good song.
Yeah.
So when somebody sings a song,
and
you feel it, your body
almost
start
like
tingling.
chills.
Yeah, that's how it is. So if it did that for me, then I know it's good.
Oh, I love that. I
Yeah.
love it. It definitely was good.
Yeah.
I want to watch the whole thing. So what was the message of that? Tell the people, like, what exactly is Men in My Bed about? What is the message, and does it have a success story at the end?
So the message is bringing about awareness, because I like to tell the story from the beginning to the end, so you can see the whole picture.
Right.
I don't want to just start in adulthood and let that be it. No, you need to
Right.
know,
The backstory.
you need to know how that child developed into that, how that little girl developed into that woman. With all the turmoil and traumatic experience that she had, this is how she turned out.
Wow.
So you get to go along that journey with
Yeah.
with Sasha in this movie.
Oh, that was
So,
deep.
yeah.
That's deep.
Yeah.
I love
You're gonna cry. You're gonna cry.
love a movie now. Well, see, I'm a crybaby, so I cry off the weirdest stuff. Almost everything I watch, I'm crying. If it's any kind of sentimental scene,
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna tear up.
Yep.
But definitely a movie that makes you think, a movie that moves you, or can relate to someone. You
Yeah.
always want to put out something that can relate to someone, that can help someone
Right.
as well.
Because back in during my era, black families, they kept a lot of secrets.
Oh yeah.
Yes, but so you don't need to keep secrets. You need to break those curses. Yes, and you need to whoever did it, confront them, let them know, so the other people gonna know. Okay, you can't be in Uncle Bob's company by yourself, because this is what Uncle Bob's like to do. So so you have uncles, you have cousins, and you can't leave the women out, because some of the women do some of the same things that men do when it comes to causing trauma on little kids or preying on little kids.
It's so crazy that you said that, because it's so true how back then it was so many secrets that were not talked about, and it was brought into our generation. I don't know if people understand how bad we are trying to break so many generational curses.
Right.
The secrets it just has to stop. Just because a lot of the people are taking that stuff to the grave.
Right,
They
they
never
do.
talk about it. They never get closure. They never heal.
Right.
So it's like you said, stop with the secrets.
Right. Because some of that trauma is what caused you to be in the grave, because some of that trauma and the way you deal with it caused disease.
Yeah.
So you're keeping it in, and you're drinking, and you're keeping it in, and you're drugging, and you ain't taking care of yourself. And
That is true.
And then one of the things that I learned from my experience is those people that did that, somebody probably did it to them too, and they didn't see those people get punished. So then they think it's okay to do it. And then whoever they're raising, or whoever they're birthing, they're raising the same way, they're going to see that it's happening, and they're not gonna do anything because daddy did it, granddaddy did
Yes.
it, uncle did it, and nothing happened to
a
them.
cycle.
Yeah, so you gotta.
One thing I can say I like about my generation is we take mental health really serious. Really serious. I mean, to the point where I think you can get like a mental health day at certain jobs because it's a real thing. And like you said, a lot of that trauma, childhood trauma, or any trauma you dealt with back then, they took it with them to adulthood and never talked about it. They swept it under the rug. They drank themselves to death, smoked themselves, their lungs to, you know, like to disease. And now it's like in our generation, we're realizing that mental health is a real thing and that people do need help. People need therapy.
Yeah.
People need to talk about things. And we just take it very serious. Even me as a mom with young kids, it's like, I'm going to make sure that I talk to my children. If you ever need to talk about anything, please tell me because I don't want you to feel like you can't. I don't want you to go smoke your life away, drink your life away, or try to commit suicide even because you can't talk. It's like that generation then, they didn't even have the chance to open up and talk. And that's the problem. But we are breaking a lot of cycles in this generation, unfortunately. But I'm glad that we can actually see it and realize it. And even people like you can see, like, yeah, they did this in my generation and it wasn't right. So,
And you have to talk, like you said, you have to talk. Cause I had 3 daughters. Then I end up with 5 girls and 1 boy. From they're like, so they're 2 and 3 years apart. So if my daughters went to their dad, they were going to my dad with a message, and if when they came back home, I would tell them. When they came back home, I would tell them. No, I would ask them, what happened at your dad's house? You going to your dad's house? I don't care nobody, your daddy, your uncle, great granddaddy, and a cousin, anybody. I don't care what they say to you, how they threaten you, but you're gonna tell me everything when you get back home. And I did that with my kids until they were 10 years old, and they told me I didn't have to do it anymore.
So Antoine, what are your thoughts on this topic that we're discussing right now?
About mental health.
Yeah.
I think mental health is like really, really important, especially like what you said about like this in this age of generation. It really is because people suicide and stuff. Like I remember when I'm going through like I went through anxiety and stress and stuff. So and other things as well too. So I think it's really, really important. Like mental health is really, really important for people, and some people don't take it seriously. Some people be like, oh, well, you'll be okay.
Right.
But it's way more deeper. Like,
exactly.
Yeah, especially I'm seeing a therapist now, and I always tell people and stuff like, if it's best to get you like get help and stuff, like talk to somebody, especially if you're friends. You can't talk to your friends or family. It's best to like get a therapist so they can talk to you anytime. You can get on their nerves anytime you want.
I've definitely heard people say that therapy has helped them. And a lot of people in our generation, our culture, whatever you want to call it, they don't believe in therapy. They don't feel like they need to go see a therapist or talk to this person. Why do I need to talk about this to this stranger about my life or my business? But you don't realize how helpful that could be for you because you don't know this person. This person is skilled and trained and to understand, you know, your struggles and the situation that you have going on and how to help you cope and to deal with problems. They have all types of exercises that you can do to help, and that's if you're going to therapy alone, if you're going with a partner or family therapy, even interventions. A lot of families probably need that because it's still a lot of secrets in a lot of families. It's still a lot of
trauma.
Underlying trauma, issues, drama, all of that. That they're just sweeping under the rug and then they get mad at each other all over again, then they sweep it under the rug again. So I just think that their generation just wasn't used to being able to like open up and talk about things. But we're just kind of breaking that cycle, so that's actually a good thing. So we're actually going to go into your film, Mr. Antoine, now. you have 2 trailers that you would want to show today.
Yes.
So we have The Light, and we also have Killer Clown.
Yes.
I'm curious to know a little bit more details about these 2 projects. What brought you to write these projects, to produce them? How did you come up with it? And just give us a little more details about each one.
So, Killer Clown, I started writing it because I used to be with an agency, and Killer Clown was something I wanted to do for fun. It was something I had in my head like years ago, and I just wanted to come up, like bring it to life. I'm like, hey. So when I reached out to my friend, I was like, can we just create this and like film it and stuff, you know? Because I think it would be fun, and I was trying to get out my dreams of Jason Voorhees or Michael Myers and stuff. Yeah, and I'm actually one of the actors play in Killer Clown too. Like this was before I really stopped completely acting. But that's the situation with Killer Clown. But with The Light, I wanted to The Light. I really wanted to it's a lot of stuff going on like with fathers like in and out of their child's life, or they don't talk to their child or come back in their life probably like around 2 or 5 years ago, like come back. So I wanted to shed light on that because I'm fortunately have my father, but me and my father, we had some issues that I did not really. I wish I get to talk to him about it like a while ago, and I'm glad I did. And he was able to listen. But I have friends who fathers not in their life at all, or their fathers like did not be with their moms and stuff, like, or just don't deal with their fathers at all. I have one friend where her father don't even deal with her at all, or don't even talk. Like once that I'm sorry, once they had them and he just disappeared. So I wanted to shed a light on that, which that's why I wanted to write a little bit more personal with The Light and stuff, and also dealing with like forgiveness and stuff, and also
Right.
yeah, because I know it's better to forgive too. Oh,
Of course, and forgiveness is not just for you. It's forgiveness is not for the other person. It's for you.
yes, it's also for you too, and also in The Light when you see it come out, you will see like how that family dynamic play out as well too.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to say without saying the whole movie because
Oh
it hasn't came out yet.
no. Right. Okay.
That's why
Okay.
I'm trying to
I
hold my
get.
tongue. That's why I'm stuttering a little bit.
I get it. I get it. So what
Yeah.
we're gonna do right now, we're gonna show a clip of Killer Clown, then we're gonna come back and then we'll show a clip of The Light. So let's check it out.
This is News Channel 4 reporting to you with the 10 o'clock news. This just in, a man was found murdered in Shelby Park in East Nashville. A mysterious figure that witnesses say might have been a clown or part of a clown gang hours earlier.
Please, you gotta help us. There's a clown killing our friend.
Hello? Anyone here? We've been getting calls about this clown all night.
Wait, hold on, guys. Hold up. What the heck just happened?
All right, so you all just watched a clip of Mr. Antoine Willis's Killer Clown. And so you were trying to tap into like your horror, like thriller type.
Yeah.
I definitely get it. I've been trying to work on a horror myself. I'm not really a big horror writer. But I definitely would love to try my hand at almost every genre there is.
Right.
I think the hardest to write probably is horror and comedy, But when it comes to like drama and thrillers, like I'm really good with that. But the horror sounds exciting. How was it like producing that?
It was so much fun. Like, I ain't gonna lie, me running around and stuff. I don't know. I had so much fun with it. We had a good time. And I don't know why. I always said one day I would love to be in a Halloween movie because I just want to run and stuff, act like fake falling and stuff so somebody can get me. So, yeah, that was always been a dream of mine. I was so obsessed like with horror and stuff. But it's funny because I don't really like watching scares because I ain't gonna lie, I'm a scared cat. And people are like, well, you create a horror film. I'm like, yeah, but it's different from my film because I know what's going on. But other films, I don't like to be pop-up scared, you know? Yeah, like pop-up scared is always like scary. But producing it was really, really fun. Like, we also actually won like a couple of awards on that film as well too. So thank God. I think we won like probably like 5 or 6. So I would say I'm very blessed and stuff. And that was actually my first film. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of scared to put it out because I'm like, I don't know. But somebody said just pull it out, and then I've been getting like so much love from it. Like,
oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, so I'm blessed and stuff. And also with the actors, Angelo Tate, he actually wrote it. So I told him what I want, and he wrote it for me and directed it while I produced and act. So I'm really thankful for him, and also with the other cast and crew who helped on the project as well too. So
definitely,
I definitely got to get a shout out. Oh, and the camera guy too.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. So what we're gonna do right now, we're gonna go into your film, The Light. But before we do that, audience, I would just like to say that you are able to call in if you have any questions for Miss Mercury's Rising or Antoine Willis. Please call us at 770-485-7724 and ask any question that you would like, whether it's just for her, for him, or for both. So let's go into a clip of Mr. Antoine Willis, The Light. This is the trailer. You all check it out.
Tez ain't nothing but trouble, Andre. I don't think you should go.
Why don't y'all listen to you, Miss Goody Two Shoes?
And I deal with real things too, Andre.
And I don't like it when you don't take no for an answer. Have a good day at school.
She want me to take this whole plate.
Yeah, and take it and bring it back. Only once a month.
Oh, you are wrong for that. You see how she do me? Matter of fact, I'm gonna call him tonight and I'm gonna take him out this weekend. What about that? Say good film.
It happened to you too, Mo.
I want to see my son.
Got you some shoes.
Do you even know what size shoe I wear? Yeah, I get that they have their own differences and stuff.
And I'm not going to get into it about your daddy, who, by the way, hasn't done anything for you.
But he said he's been paying child support.
That little money doesn't take care of half of your needs.
What if I wanted to talk to him? I can't talk to him because you won't let me.
Just too young to understand.
That was a clip of The Light. That looks like it's going to be really good, Mr. Antoine. Now tell me, did you have a budget for that film? And you did say that that was a feature film, correct? That you already have?
No, that's a short film.
Okay, that's the short. So that's a trailer for the short film?
Yes.
Okay, and you said that one is coming out soon.
Yes, it should be out at the end of November. I'm trying to put it out around Thanksgiving, around family time.
Okay. Now, did you have any budget for this film? Did you have to pay your actors and actresses? What about locations? And give us all that information.
So, The budget, I think I had for it probably like around 2,500.
Okay.
But I think I probably went over, which sometimes when I do films, I always go over. I really wanted to play my actors, but to be honest with you, I just really didn't have the money at the time, and I'm really grateful that the actresses who participate was more than welcome. I appreciate also Cornelius. He came all the way from Atlanta. He worked with me on my other films.
Okay.
With me, so he came all the way to Nashville and filmed, and also the people in Nashville who I know as well too. Shay, who played the girl Alana, she was on my last production. So I didn't really pay anybody. Now when we did have our premiere that happened like last month, I did pay them like not a lot of money, but I paid them a little bit of money just for them to help me and giving them out my appreciation. For location, we did got an Airbnb for that location. It took us a while to pick out some Airbnbs, me and my friend. And when I find a cheaper one and a better one, I said, "Oh, I'm about to cancel this one, with this one." And also, we filmed in my grandmother's salon. So I actually heard you say your mom is a beautician as well too. My mom and my grandmother's the one too. My grandmother actually owned the salon, and I remember this might be a little off topic a little bit, but I remember my friend telling me she said right where you had access to. So I had access to a salon that my grandmother owned. And I thank God, she made me use it because it fit perfectly in the scene that we do with the mom being a beautician and everything. So, and also we wanted to keep it with 2 locations. We used outside of the house as well too, but just for a budget wise, and also since it's a short film, we definitely want to keep it a little bit in the budget, you know?
Right, definitely.
Yeah.
No, definitely. And that's amazing that you did have those resources to help you because everybody doesn't always have a big budget. Sometimes you just have to work with what you have.
Exactly,
and when
right.
you can find actors and actresses that will be willing to do your project for you at little to no cost, or just for copy and credit and meals, which most people out here, that's what they're offering if they don't have the money to pay. But we do want to eventually get to that point where we are able to consistently pay our actors and actresses everything that they're worth. And that's why the actors and actresses are on strike right now.
Right, exactly. Oh, and also too, I did let them know before the film I did give them IMBD credit. So sometimes if I don't have money to pay them, I usually give them IMBD credit because I was acting before, so I understand having credit and IMDb credit is extremely important. So I also wanted to get them that as well too.
Definitely.
Especially if I'm not paying them, I might as well get them something. I mean, I was feeding them.
Yeah.
But I also wanted to get them a little bit more as well too. But yeah.
Of course, definitely. What do you all think about the strike, Miss Mercury's Rising? What do you think about the writer's strike and the actor's strike? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think the writing strike is amazing because they do need to get paid for the streaming part. So they're not getting, from my understanding, they're not getting paid any type of royalty.
They're getting paid a set amount when they write something. If Netflix buys their film from them, it's probably $40,000 or $50,000. That is all they're ever going to see. Maybe even be less than that. It may even be 10,000, maybe 20. It may even be 5. I don't know. But I just think you can't even have a production without a writer. So the writer is one of the most important positions when it comes to any kind of production. Why are they not getting what the directors and everybody's getting? Because it takes a long time to write sometimes. There's a lot that goes in it. It could be a bit stressful as well. You're staying up late hours all night. You're doing rewrites. You're revising. You're writing. You know, it's just like, it's a lot.
It is.
So I think writers should definitely be paid way more, and they should get residuals
For
or
the streaming, because from 2019 to now, streaming has been booming.
Ooh, they
Yep.
are making bank.
Mhm.
Okay, Netflix and Hulu and HBO,
Yeah.
all of these places are
All
making
of
a
those.
lot of money.
Yep.
So it's no reason that, you know, the writers shouldn't get anything. I just don't think that's fair. I was really happy to find out about that strike. What are your thoughts, Mr. Antoine?
I think it's really necessary because, like you said, writers do a lot. Because I'm also a writer too, so I understand how much detail. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't the best writer, but it's a lot to go into writing, like especially writing a script.
Yes.
So I think people should get paid what they deserve. And it's so sad that a lot of people have, you know, especially with the studios, have all this money and, you know, they don't want to give it to people or share it. And it's sad because without a writer, there's no show, you know?
Exactly.
And because they incorporate their ideals in there as well, too. So I just feel like pay your people, pay your actors, because also, too, without no actors, there's no show, you know? And without, like, with filmmakers, I think a lot of people don't understand, like, your actors make your show, make your film, you know? It's like a job. Your job makes the company or something like that. The employees make the company.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
you can't have a show without actors and actresses.
Exactly. So you got to treat people right, pay people right, make sure, because people are worthy. People deserve what they get paid for.
It's really sad. Like even a lot of the child star actors and things like that, I've seen. I don't know if you know who Giovanni is, the girl that played on Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, and she also played on Bring It On, All or Nothing. She's pretty much trying to fight for her money because she was a child Disney star. And she didn't really see any money. She said that she's broke. And they're streaming they were streaming Bring It On Netflix at one point, and it was doing really good, and she didn't see anything. She said she saw like maybe a few $100s or something like that. Sometimes she get checks in the mail for $5, and like it's crazy. So I definitely think actors and actresses should definitely be compensated more, and they should be respected for what they do.
They should.
So I appreciate the strikes right now that they're on. What are you all's thoughts on like bridging the gap with independent filmmakers all around, not just people that you know or people that's in Atlanta? How do you feel about Miss Mercury's? How do you feel about bridging that gap or bringing filmmakers together like this type of show, what we're doing here?
Type of show we're doing here, I think it'll work. And because you don't have this type of show here in Atlanta that I know of. So I think it's a good new start to bring them together. Yeah. I think it's needed because one thing I found out while I was getting to know people in the industry, you don't really have a meeting place where you can go and sit down and talk to somebody that's been there. So I'm new coming in. Can I come over here and sit down and talk to you? I can come over there and sit down to the producer here because we have that relationship. But just to go to Atlanta or Decatur or Fairburn and find a spot, you can't. But recently I did run into this young man named Vivid Rich, where he has a studio where if you pay a certain fee, then you can come there. I think it's a monthly fee.
Like a co-working space where you can use the space.
You can use the space. You can learn, take classes, and then you can meet people that's working on working on what do you just call it? Projects.
Okay.
Yeah, and then if he happened to have somebody come in and needs a group of people, then he can pull the people from his list of people.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So, but I thought that was a worthwhile deal. But I think for somebody maybe a little younger than myself, but so
What do you think, Mr. Antoine, about bridging the gap or bringing independent filmmakers together all around the world, like what we're trying to do here on Short Film Universe?
First of all, I want to say, I think it's one day I would love to collaborate with a lot of filmmakers to create a really dope and amazing project and stuff. Because I feel like all of us are all talented in our own way, you know?
For sure.
And I like to connect with different filmmakers as well too. Miss Mercury, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I said it wrong, I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
I'm so sorry. I would love to connect with you, and I'm gonna have to watch your film, but I like what you said about with your situation and stuff as well too. So I love to connect with different filmmakers and talk to them, because I just feel like I just like collaborating with different people. I really do, and bringing us all together, because it is a hard business, but
it is.
I would say it's a hard business to get into. It is, but I feel like with all of us come together, it'll be amazing.
That's what I was gonna say. What people need to understand is unity is what's the most important. And when we all come together and work together as one, that's when we really can accomplish some real big moves and be where we want to be.
Exactly.
Success-wise or career-wise, financial. You know, it just takes us working together. We're not in a competition. I'm not in a competition with anybody. I wish everybody the best of success in their life, in their career. And Atlanta is another Hollywood. And, it's a lot of filmmakers here. There's a lot of actresses here, a lot of actors, a lot of writers, a lot of producers, a lot of directors. But we all can win, literally. We just have to work together and just not be in competition. So I definitely love what Short Film Universe does by connecting filmmakers all around the world, not just in Atlanta, not just in one spot. So hopefully one day I can work with you, Mr. Antoine. I can work with you, Miss Mercury. I would definitely love to work with you. You all can work together. We all can work together. You know what I mean? We all have.
Amazing,
we
can set something up.
When you put more than one brain together, you can accomplish a lot of stuff. And I will say that this brain has some stuff. I'm very creative up here. So, yeah.
And I also feel like it's like you said, it's better when we all work together, because some people take it like competition. Oh, who got the best film? It's not about that.
Right.
Really. We're all talented. Nobody's not in competition. Only person I'm in competition with is myself.
That's right.
So,
that is right.
I agree with that 100%. It's about unity. Definitely.
Yes. All right. Well, you guys, that concludes our show for today, and I really, really appreciate you all being here.
Thank you,
Ms. Mercury's Rising, Mr. Antoine Willis. I feel like we had a great conversation today, and I hope the people that's watching, they had some takeaways, and we gave some good advice to people, I do believe. Now, tell the people where to find you on social media, or how can people get in contact with you, Ms. Mercury. Let us know.
Okay, so Men in My Bed, the movie, on Instagram.
Okay.
Mercury's Rising on Instagram.
Okay.
Basically, just those two.
Okay.
Just be good enough.
And you're active on social media.
Yeah, I'm active on social media, but it's under a different name. But so though, if you want to talk to me about Men in My Bed, just email me. IM me on Instagram.
Okay. Got you.
Come straight across my phone as soon as you do it.
Yes, ma'am. And then how can we find you, Mr. Antoine?
So with my Facebook, you can find me at Antoine Willis, ANTWON, because a lot of people be spelling Antoine the wrong way. But ANTWON and Willis, WILLIS. And my Instagram is King Antoine, King Antoine 2 underscores. Same spelling, ANTWON.
Okay.
And also, too, I will give an update on my new movie, The Light and stuff, so I will definitely keep everybody updated about that, of what's going on and when it will be coming out, because it will be coming out at the end of the year.
Okay.
So I'm sorry, I definitely wanted to plug that in.
We definitely wish you the best of luck on that, and we can't wait to see it. You all know where to follow me. My name is Simone Jones, SimoaneJones on Instagram. And then we just appreciate you all for being here, and hopefully we speak to you all again soon. Shout out to the producer of Short Film Universe, Mr. Felix Washington. Yes, he's doing some amazing things. He has other amazing shows as well on his Roku channel, so make sure you all check that out and check out the YouTube and subscribe to that. And we will see you all next week on Short Film Universe. Thank you for tuning in, you guys. Bye.
Have a good one.
Welcome to Short Film Universe, the show that celebrates the art of short filmmaking. Join us as we take you on a journey through the exciting world of independent film. In each episode, I'll be interviewing some of the most innovative directors, producers, and filmmakers in the business, getting their insight and perspective on the craft of short filmmaking. We'll look at drama, comedy, documentaries, even mockumentaries, and all the genres that make up this exciting industry. So sit back, relax, and get ready to be entertained. This is Ina Morgan inviting you to join us at Short Film Universe.